So, I haven't made a tier list in a long time, but because I'm too lazy to make one myself, I'll just react to the tier list of the second best player in Europe, arguably one of the best players of all time in Hearthstone Battlegrounds, XQN, which is XQN_TheSad on Twitter if you want to give him a follow. He doesn't tweet that often, but he streams pretty consistently, and he has very good ideas about the game, and he plays to win. He doesn't play for third and fourth. That's why, for example, a hero like Daryl is pretty low on his tier list. Let's take a look and see what it's about. So, let's start at tier D. I like good heroes. I don't really like tier D heroes. But we still want to like mention those and kind of why they are bad. Syndra Goza is bad because she's inconsistent. The best possible start is token generator, and then you have like decent tier 2s, and then basically you have no hero power. You have the combo with Felbat, but other than that, absolutely worthless. I wouldn't put her in this low, but there's a lot of heroes in Battlegrounds, so I guess she's not amazing. Elise basically was too broken at 2 gold per map and unplayable at 3 gold per map. Just not a great hero, like paying exactly how much gold it is to buy a minion, to discover a minion, and that's the only thing that your hero power does, not very good. AFK used to be good. I think it can still be decent and playable in mech lobbies. XQN thinks otherwise. I guess it's too high volatility. It's just too risky of a pick. You pick her, you might risk a top 8. Is that worth it? Not really. I'm surprised Maleficent is so low, technically in a mech lobby, in a mech heavy meta. Like, right now if I would have to say what's the best tribe, I would say mechs. So, it's weird to see Maleficent rated so low. That's probably because you want Omega Buster, and you don't really care about like deflectables and other strategies. So, staying Tavern 4 is not amazing. Playing mechs on Tavern 6 is the new norm. Maleficent not really able to do that. Keriel is just weak, straight up. She has slight playability with dragons, but ever since the Whelp Smuggler nerf, she just nosedived in power level. Sorfang should be okay in a glass cannon metagame, in a metagame where people just go for like minions that have attack, not that much health, and no divine shields and stuff. You would get like minions that have a lot of attack, divine shield them, and then just cheese some fights. This is a metagame where people spawn a lot of minions and play for Avenges and stuff. So I can see Sorfang not being that good. Togwaggle unplayable since the nerf. Jaraxxus unplayable since forever. They should buff Jaraxxus. Maybe I should make a video on like how to make Jaraxxus better in the future. Because he's freaking trash right now. Rat King, I don't even know why this hero is there. And like I get it offered almost every single day. I remember getting offered Rat King like 10 times per day. Maybe it's just like my mind playing tricks on me. Same for Goof. I get those 2 heroes offered to me just way too often. But maybe I just notice them because they're just unplayable. Pyramald, also not that good. Again, all these heroes need a buff. Maybe other than AFK. AFK could also use a slight buff. So, like the video and comment down below if you want me to make a video on how to make these heroes better. On what I would do if I were a game designer. We can leave Sorfang aside. I think he has metagames where he can be good. All the others are just Garbino. So, Tiketus, without prizes in the game, he's actually weaker. It sounds weird, but getting double prize when other people get 1 prize is better than just getting 1 prize. Because 1 prize is like barely anything. It's almost nothing. I can see him being here. Eudora is fun, but high volatility. Patchy is the same way. Patchy wins lobbies, but he can also get 8th place, and that's very risky. I don't think he has Tess that high. Mostly because it's a balanced meta, tribe-wise. I was saying that the litmus test, you get it? For figuring out if a metagame is healthy, is if Tess is bad. If a metagame is unhealthy, then one archetype dominates, Tess is gonna be good. I like Yogg, I would put Yogg in tier B. Same for Yasharaj, but maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Zamzarak, I had terrible games with him. Tier C is very good for Zamzarak. He fell off. Like, it's weird because damage cap and ice block work so well together. You'd think Zamzarak would be better. It's just not the metagame for Zamzaraking. I don't know why. I agree with Daryl being shite. Like, you finish 4th and 5th. You don't win MMR. He's a high place. Like, you never top 8 with Daryl. But you also never win. So, it's not really a hero for MMR games. I would have Shemvala in D. I would have Nosdormu in D as well. I would have Sky Captain Krag in B because I think it's a metagame where power leveling if you hit a triple is good if you can do it in the same turn. So basically exactly what Sky Captain Krag's hero power does. Same for Leech, I would have Leech Basal a little bit better. Khotun I like with dragons, so I would have like the caveat that Khotun Dragons is actually like a maybe tier A hero. He can legit play and win with dragons or finish second. But pretty risky when no dragons are available. Arana, I didn't try Arana Elementals that much, but in the games that I tried her, she felt very bad. I would try to avoid it. Also had bad experiences with Rakanishu, I think you should avoid the hero. Kayaltas used to be XQN's favorite hero at some point. It's weird to see him rating is so low, but it's just not really a tempo meta. I mean, it is and it isn't. We're in a weird meta game, I would say. Patchwork, I would rate a bit lower. I don't know, the hero just feels bad. But maybe tier C is like where you would put Patchwork. Maybe Patchwork is just a hero that's decent. Illidan, I would say, is unplayable. I don't know why he puts it in tier C. There's like no combo where Illidan is good. Ragnaros is garbage on this patch, but I guess tier C is appropriate. I would put Greybow a little higher. I just like Greybow with like generating resources. And yes, I ignored Toki because so did Blizzard. Curator I would put even lower, but Nuzov is tier C perfect. I don't know. Greybow is good because of the generation and stuff. He's very good with Avenge basically. And I had plenty of games where I got so much value I could go to 5 or 6 and then play from there. Now, let's see the good heroes. The tier B, A, and S. So, in tier B, we have Silas. Yes, it's Tempo and Discoveries. Galakrond, Tempo and Discoveries. Rafam is very good because you just build a strong board, and then you level and then you discover either a 5 or a 6. Exactly what this metagame is about. Rafam is a genius at applying that. Zephyrs is also very good because a lot of triples. Like, in this metagame, you're not always sure whether or not you should take a 4-drop, a 5-drop, or a 6-drop. Zephyrs can take all of them, and then you're gonna find something good and have like a decent game around it, I think. Maev basically Lidl Rafam. Cat, I would not put in B. I don't know what XQN is doing. I mean, Cat is a hero that can win games, but statistically, Cat should not be this high. It should be tier C. I disagree with Cat. I think XQN is just a god at Battlegrounds, and that's why he has a lot of good Cat games. It's a snowball hero, after all, so if he's rating heroes by like how many ranks you can get on average, it's a good ranking, but at the same time, think about it this way. When you're playing Cat, you're the most likely person in the lobby to die first, because you have no hero power, while others have hero powers. If everybody would be as good, Cat would be the worst hero you could play. Cat is a good hero if you're better than the lobby. If you think you're better than others you play against, Cat is a good hero. So it's a bit weird to rank Cat this way, but I don't know. Arlakira, I agree, is just tempo and allows you to get time while doing your shenanigans. Then we have Alexstrasza. I mean, it can win, but it can also lose. I would rate Alex lower. Like, I would rate Alex bottom tier C. I don't know what XQN, what magic he's doing to get Alex to work that way. Vol'jin is very good, I like it. Lich King, as I saw playing with Super JJ, is maybe even better than B, with the specific tribes available. Malygos is a high roll hero. I don't want to rate Malygos this well. I would put him like tier C+, but then again, maybe XQN has different games. Mukla and Deathwing are both very weird heroes. Both can play mechs. Deathwing can also play beasts at a high level. I can see the reasoning for them being there. You can have some crazy games, and again, Deathwing is good because it's a metagame where you spawn things, where you play minions that create minions and go like super crazy, I don't know. I guess Mukla is there just because, I think he said it in one of the comments here. He said that Mukla, for example, gave me a few first places with good mech setups. It might just be variants though, smiley face. It's weird because being a streamer for so many years, I see the smiley face as like condescending. Like every single time somebody puts a smiley face, they don't really mean it and it's like, heh heh. Anyways, I digress. Now, Tier A, best heroes in the game, and then Tier S, which is like the creme de la creme. Flurgle, I agree, very powerful, even an idiot like me can play it and win games with it. I follow JJ's strategy of like staying Tavern 3 a lot and then going to 4 to discover 5s, then you stay on 4 and only then you go to 5. I kind of like that playstyle. Galewing is very powerful with either the only discovery, the discovery channel curve, you just press middle, 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 and then you give your opponents the middle finger, or you go discover first, then you pick 1, and then you pick discover afterwards. Why would you do that? It curves better into discovering a 5-drop. If you pick discover, then you jump to Tavern 3 on 5 gold, and you want to discover a 5-drop afterwards, you have to go 4 or 5 to discover a 5. Whereas if you pick 1 for 1 turn, you can stay 1 more turn on 3, and then go to 4, and then go to 5. And that's just way smoother. George is very powerful, I do agree with that, because he can play Quillboar, he can play Murlocs, he can play whatever the hell he wants to play. He's George. Just hero power, tempo, strong. Mutanus, by Divine Shields, buff them, strong. Omu, curve out by 6 drops, strong. It's perfect XQN playstyle. Just level aggressively and take powerful minions, find the composition afterwards. Xyrella is also like the queen of power leveling. I thought Xyrella is gonna be weaker than Yogg when she first launched, and I'm wrong to this date. She's just better on every single patch. Reno, I don't know if I would rate this highly, and I have no idea if you should play it normally and then look for like a 4-drop and make it golden, or like the Nest Matron is absolute nuts if you can make it golden, but how many times are you gonna get golden Nest Matron? Do you stay on 1 and play Chinese Curve and then triple into a 5-drop? Do you triple into a 4-drop? Do you go to 4 and try to find something manually? I'm still not sure exactly what's the best playstyle on Reno. Now, Barov is interesting because a lot of people that mathed it out say that it's an absolutely unplayable hero if you hit 50% of the time your hero power correctly. So what you want when you want to play Barov is when you have perfect understanding of the game. And if you have perfect understanding of the game at your rank, and you can read the lobby well, as XQN does, and probably is able to do, then he's just 3 gold every turn, or 2 gold every turn because you spend 1 to hero power. So, very powerful hero if you know what you're doing and you also know how to power level and efficiently buy minions. Shadowrock amazing in token lobbies. As he says in the tier list, he rated the heroes depending on if the best things for the hero is available. So, Shadowrock is tier A, only with Beasts and Murlocs in my opinion. I would not play it otherwise, unless I'm offered like only other bad choices. Bran, again, probably wants Murlocs and Elementals, can get by with only Murlocs, but generally speaking you want Murlocs and Ellies. Those are the Battlecry-centric tribes, in my opinion. Kurtrus, I wouldn't say he's tier A, and same for Edwin. I don't know what XQN is doing, I need to review some of his VODs, but what kind of sorcery is he doing on Kurtrus and Edwin to win games? I don't know. I would put them in like bottom tier B or tier C. Probably, I'm assuming, just mechs, stay on 4, taunt comps, tokens, bullshit like that. I agree with this, with Blackthorn, because it's just power level central. I have no idea why he rates his Zera so highly. I need to look into his Zera a little bit more. Maybe I'm just not playing her efficiently. Sir Finn is a reroll, obviously amazing because he can save you from some very bad situations. Then we have Jandis, Hooktask, the token queens, obviously with both tokens available. XQN would pick those over Shadowwalk. That's interesting. I think I might as well pick Jandis. I don't know if I would pick Hooktask over Shadowwalk, but maybe that's where I'm making a mistake. Gallywix wants Pirates and Elementals, but ideally all tokens, and ideally no mechs. And ideally he plays Pirates or Elementals, but very strong hero you want to play normally, ideally even under level, and just chill. Millhouse is very good with Elementals, and now you can also discover 4-drops on Millhouse and have amazing games doing that. Going for Majordomo and for the reroll Elemental. Reroll Elemental on Millhouse should be illegal. It's just like way too good. And when Elementals are in, I don't even want or need dragons. I mean, I want Caligos, sure, but I don't need to have dragons in the lobby for Millhouse to be absolutely out of this world. It's just a great hero regardless. And now, Panda, the newest addition to Battlegrounds, also got nerfed. Still a very fun hero to play and one of the most difficult heroes to play. and a hero that I'm almost always going to pick because he's just so fun, and he learns me how to play Battlegrounds a little bit better every single time I play him. So, this is my opinions, a little bit similar to XQN. Again, I respect him as a better player than me. I strive to be as good as he is, and I will also make my own tier list after I play some more. Again, this metagame, I'm not really understanding it perfectly. I'm hovering around top 100 on Europe. I want to start playing on Americas as well to get like a more diverse experience, but I don't know exactly what's the best approach. It seems like discovering 4-drops and not forcing them for 5s or 6s sometimes is something I need to do more often. At the same time, I need to not stay too long on Tavern 4. We are not in the metagame where you can just play Town Comp because we don't have Kiraji. So you can play Town Comp with Arm, but that's not really the same powerful comeback Town Comp. So I should push to 5 more often and then go for 5s and 6s. It's kind of tricky in that regard to figure out when exactly I want to stay or when do I want to go. I'll make a more in-depth video about the metagame when I understand it myself, and I'll be playing it. I'll be playing a lot of Battlegrounds in the next weeks, months, years, hopefully, and I'll try to make more interesting content. If you like me reviewing other people's content and reacting to it, just let me know, because then I can post a lot more videos, since I'm not always like super creative to make my own stuff, but I can put my own touch or opinion and discuss somebody else's ideas as well. So let me know what you think. Leave a like if you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.